Do you remember, Jackie, what happened to the last bee that came for Shaunie? She ain't on this boat. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned in to my Basketball Wives recap. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and share this video wherever you like to share videos. Alright, so let's see shout outs from last week. We have Greg Blanchard. What's up? What's going on, Greg? So you were like, so are they not going to address the whole Tami hitting Hazel scene, or do we have to just sweep that under the rug? Laugh out loud. I guess so. I guess we done moved on, and now we into the new beef, which is the old beef, which is the beef with Jackie and Evelyn, because that beef is hotter than the Tami and Hazel beef, because they ain't really like known like that, you know what I mean? So that's how we gonna do that one. L. Park said Jackie is cuckoo, but Evelyn is a mean girl, and she still does that old playground, we're not playing with you today, childish game. Jennifer is back and being a parakeet again. It's Kijafa. Okay. Kijafa. Okay, that's the name. Yes, Football Wives, Baller Wives is coming up next month. Yeah, I noticed that. I saw the commercial and I saw Kijafa and I saw Jeniva, and I was like, this is why they're showing these girls and they're going to their yacht. They did this whole collaboration so that we can be introduced to them before the show actually comes on, and we could feel like, well, I know those two. Maybe I should watch this. They try to get a little promotion before they really put it on so that they won't fail like the last Basketball Wives did. I mean, not Basketball Wives. Well, yeah, one of the Basketball Wives failed, and also Football Wives had failed when it came on a few years ago. It probably lasted a few episodes. I don't even think it went through the whole season. So now they got Baller Wives because they feel like more hood people gonna be watching, you know, because it's ballers as opposed to football, you know. I guess that's the logic behind it. And plus, I guess this franchise is probably most likely by Shaunie. That's what it looked like. But we'll see. Anyway, so Jackie, she's telling Malaysia and Hazel that she's hearing people are still talking about her, and she about to go off on them. But they go to like the club or whatever, and Jackie was having a good time. She was all like learning how to twerk, doing a little song. You know, Malaysia was shaking that thing, moving it all around. I was like, okay, all right, I see you, girl. Malaysia got like a funny booty, don't she? Like, I don't know, like it feels like it's kind of like a nice booty, but then it kind of reminds me of like an old lady booty, but a nice old lady booty. I don't know. Something about it. I think it's just the way that it's shaped. But, I mean, it's better than my little flat booty. I ain't even going to lie. But, you know, it just has a little weird shape to it. I don't know if it's real or if it's not, because I ain't never seen her back in the days. But that's just my observation. Evelyn, she feels like she ain't do nothing wrong. And she tells Tami and Shaunie that she pretty much ain't do nothing wrong. Khalifa and Jeniva, they both meet up with Evelyn and the rest of the girls, and that's when they kind of invited them to the yacht, which they had already invited Jackie and the rest of them to. So the yacht was real nice. I keep on saying the yacht. The yacht was real nice. It had like a little jacuzzi. It looked like real refined. You know, it had money involved, you know. And that's when like I saw the commercial for the Baller Wives, and I was like, okay, I see what y'all doing. Y'all ain't slick. I'm a YouTuber. I know how collaborations work, how you try to get people from one audience to go to the other. But right about now, it's really you're trying to get your Basketball Wives people to go over to the Baller Wives. That's what we trying to do right now. We gonna see. I mean, they gotta have a little spunk and a little flair, because don't nobody want to see a boring reality show. For that, I could watch a novela, you know, and even novelas, they be good, you know what I'm saying? Or I could watch like a regular scripted show. When we watch reality, we expect to see some drama. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just what it's evolved from since the days with what's that guy name? Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. The guy with the big clock. That's the one I'm talking about. His name is like on the tip of my tongue. You know, this is why I Google everything, because I forget everybody's names. I'm the worst when it comes to name. Flavor Flav. That's what I'm talking about. It came back, y'all. I got like a bad headache, so it's like it makes it even worse. But alright, so that's what we talking about. So Tami, she comes in and she literally like sits across from Malaysia, and her Malaysia wasn't really good at that moment, so it was kind of a little bit awkward. But it was because it was nice because later on, being the bigger person, Malaysia actually went up to Tami. And it's crazy that she's the younger one and she got to be the bigger person, you know what I mean? But she kind of like went up to her and just, they kind of had like a heart-to-heart moment and showed how they really was hurt by each other's actions. And it's because they actually considered each other friends. So, you know, sometimes being stubborn doesn't get you anywhere and it can just like really ruin things. I remember I had a friend, we had a big argument. And me, I was actually, and I could be a stubborn mule. I mean, honey child, if I don't care about you, you will be dead to me. And that's like not being funny, not being shady or nothing. Like I can even do it to family because I'm just that stubborn. But if I care about you, I feel like we have some kind of connection. I've known you for a long time and we've gone through a lot, or maybe you've done something for me or to me in a good way, you know, to the point where I feel like the good outweighs the bad, that if I have to, I will be the bigger person. And I've done that a few times. So I remember I had a friend like just with a similar situation, and I had to like, I was the bigger person and I kind of spoke out, and it really helped to save our friendship. And we both apologized to each other, so it got better after that. So sometimes that's all you need, is to have that little sit down grown woman talk. And I was like a teenager at that time, and just have that little, well, I was probably like 21, 22 actually. So I wasn't really a teenager. But yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta do that. Evelyn and Shaunie, they come in together, right? And it instantly becomes like super duper awkward. And Evelyn, she noticed that Jackie was kind of tipsy, so she's all like, oh, she better not come talk to me. And it was like the same thing. It was just like really tension, like a whole bunch of tension that was unnecessary. Jackie tells Malaysia that she's feeling real aggressive and she don't play with water because water can kill you. And she also said that she feels like Evelyn's gonna throw glass at her, and then she's gonna take one of the utensils. She's gonna go ahead and have to stab her in the neck, and it's just gonna be a murder scene, and she's trying to avoid that. And I'm just like, wait, what? You know, in Malaysia, hearing this, she's like, you know what, then let's go. Because, you know, me being a friend of yours, I definitely wouldn't be a good friend hearing you say these things and just kind of saying, okay, it's whatever. Let's just continue on like this. Because, you know, if you do something, I'm going to have to be sitting there in the trial like, damn, I should have took her off the boat. So she was really proactive, and she was just like, you know, when we came together, we out. And she's like, you know, if you want to stay, it's all right. She's like, nah, we came together, we leave together. Shaunie and Jackie, they have a little bit of a chat, because when they see Malaysia and Jackie talking about they leaving, everybody's like, why? Everybody except Evelyn's like, why? Why you leaving, you know? And I can't baby people like that. I noticed there are some people that just want attention. They just want to be babied. And I'm not the one for it. Like, I guess because I'm so personally independent and I'm so used to keeping things to myself and boggled inside. And when people just make a scene about little small things especially, or just they look like they just want an audience, I'll be over it. I'll be the one to sit down in the corner and just be like, all right, y'all go baby her, because I have one kid, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to be babying a grown-ass adult. Unless you're like maybe a family member or something. And even with that, it just kind of depends, you know? I don't really hang out with people that act like that. So I usually don't have to deal with that. And people that I do see that are always needy, always want you to be, oh, but what happened? And then you have to ask them like 10 times. I'll be over it real early. Like, we'll do it the first time. After that, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you're that type. This is too stressful of a friendship or whatever. So yeah, they're asking her like, what's up? What's going down? And she's just like, no, I feel like I'm about to kill your friend. That's what she's telling Shaunie. Like, I feel like I'm about to kill your friend. And then they get into it because she says that, oh, that Shaunie said something bad about her. She's been talking crazy about her, doing interviews and all kind of stuff. And Jackie's just like, you know, I really don't play that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. You're going to end up getting fired, honey. We're going to see Jackie crazy trying to get her own show. She going to try to get a spinoff because she about to get fired from Basketball Wives. She about to be the next Brandy. I mean, even Tami had said it when she was in the confessional. She was just like, you know what, like, you coming for her. We know what happened to the last person that came for Shaunie. She ain't on this boat, honey. I mean, she got fired. she lucky if she get one little scene, and that's when you gotta sneak it in with Malaysia. You know what I mean? You still trying to be on there, but you ain't gonna get more than a couple minutes camera time. So Tami, she meets with Jackie, and she says that it's weird to see her, like, her and Shaunie having any arguments or anything. So she reveals that Shaunie did these interviews and things like that. So it's like Tammy's more understanding, like, okay, this is the reason why. But she's like, you know what, y'all need to have a conversation. And she says that she's real pissed off because Evelyn is still talking to her daughter. Like, she has screenshots of Evelyn, like, oh, when her daughter says something like, oh, I'm about to do my tell-all book, she's like, oh, I can't wait for that, girl. I know it's going to be juicy. And, you know, little things like that. And it's just, like, real annoying to her. I mean, to be honest, that would piss me the hell off, too. Like, knowing me, I would probably be like, you know, I'd probably say something back on Twitter. Well, maybe not, just because it's going to be all over the blogs, you know, because people be looking for stuff like that. But I DM you real quick, you know what I mean? So nobody don't see it. But, so Jackie, she says that, yeah, she's pretty much still talking to Kari, and it really bothers her. Takari, she I guess she ended up sending Evelyn a copy of her book. So, yeah, Evelyn is, like, all excited. She was at dinner with, like, Shaunie and all the other girls that she's cool with. Hazel, and I don't think Tami was there. No, Tami wasn't there, but she was just like, ooh, like, you could tell she had something juicy going down. You know when you do that face, like, and they're like, what happened? What's up? She's like, Takari sent me a copy of her book. And they did show, like, little coming attractions of the next one where she's looking at the book and she's seeing that Takari was like, oh, every time I hear the song Gold Digger by Kanye, I think of my mother. But I'm like, ain't she with, what's his name, Doug? Like, Doug knew what he got himself into. And then she also says that there was a scene that they showed where she was saying that she's never good enough. Like, when she chews, she's not good enough. When she, you know, anything she does, she's not good enough. And if that's true, you know, that is terrible. That's painful that somebody has grown up to be criticized so much. I mean, we can definitely see that there was some kind of split and divide for the simple fact that the only person that was shown on the show was Jackie's other daughter, but this one was never shown. So even that right there to me was kind of like a red flag. Like, wouldn't you want all your children to have like a little cameo or a little bit of camera time? But I mean, if I didn't hear about her having another daughter, I probably would not have known until now she's talking about her more because of the drama. It's like she had to do something crazy in order for her mom to, like, kind of acknowledge her and start talking about her on the show. I'm just wondering if maybe this is like a ploy to just kind of get the book to get more promotion. Either it could be that, because, you know, sometimes controversy can definitely bring things to light and get promotion out there for certain things. Or maybe that's why Evelyn is bringing it up, so she can help to get the book out there, so she can help for Takari to get money and things like that. Maybe that's why she keeps on, like, putting the book out there and things like that. So it's one or the other. Either Jackie's just playing everybody, or it could be that Evelyn is just kind of playing the system and trying to get that promotion out there, you know, of this book. But thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing what you guys have to say down below. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one.